Closer to home, we've had some heavy rain to deal with ourselves this morning, certainly across southern counties of England. You can see on the radar there that heavy rain working eastwards. We had an amber warning earlier, that's now expired, but it has led to some fairly significant flooding in places through Hampshire and the Isle of Wight in particular, where we had around about 3 weeks worth of rain in little more than 12 hours. And that pattern is set to stick with us as we head in towards the weekend, the last weekend of October. So remaining unsettled with showers or longer spells of rain. Temperatures around about average for the time of year, 10 to 15 Celsius by mid-afternoon.
Good afternoon. It was a rather grey and damp start first thing this morning. We had some showers, some of those quite heavy. This was the scene under that overcast sky earlier on this morning, but the cloud has been breaking. A few sunny spells developing, and this afternoon it should remain largely dry with further sunny spells.
Hello there, very good evening to you. I hope you've had a good day. Today was a quieter spell of weather ahead of the next few unsettled days. Some mist and fog forming tonight under any clearer skies ahead of a band of rain and showers which pushes through later in the night, and that sets the scene for the next few days. Then for the rest of the afternoon, well, some of those showers could get heavier. There could be some hail and thunder in there as well. But then they do tend to fade away. Skies clear, and overnight, once again, like tonight, there is a signal for some mist and fog patches to form. So a bit of a foggy start potentially on Friday morning, and then sunny spells and showers once again. Few of those could be heavy, thundery with hail, and the same for Saturday and also Sunday. We are expecting this unsettled weather to just carry on.
I'm pleased to say today was a slightly quieter story, wasn't it? After a rather grey, pretty wet start down the south, but conditions did improve with some sunshine coming through. But for some, it was a miserable start to the morning. Take a look at the rainfall totals for the Isle of Wight. We had 90 millimetres of rain. That's 2/3 of a month's worth of rain in just 12 hours. Many of us glad to see the back of the month of October, but I have to say there's more rain to come before we see this month through.
What's in store, Lou?
You're probably looking for some sunshine, aren't you, Riz? It's been pretty miserable, hasn't it, just recently? We started off on a very grey note, and there was some heavy rain across the channel first thing this morning, but eventually the story certainly improved, and we got some blue sky and sunshine, and hopefully could get out and enjoy some of the autumn colour. But it's been pretty miserable just recently, hasn't it? And there's more showers to come, or longer spells of rain as we head into the weekend. So if you've got outdoor plans, you need to bear that in mind. But as we head into the weekend and further ahead into next week, there is little in the way of sign of change. We keep low pressure out to the west. We keep plenty of isobars on the chart, and circulating around that low will be a series of weather fronts from time to time, bringing some rain. So if you haven't already got the message, it's showers or longer spells of rain as we go through to the weekend. Maybe a brighter story on Tuesday. I think Tuesday is Halloween. Fingers crossed that it'll be a decent night for trick-or-treating.
Let's hope so for the kids. Louise, thanks very much indeed.
And there is, I'm afraid to say, more rain forecast for some of the areas worst hit already by Storm Babette last weekend. Joe's at Saltaire in West Yorkshire. What's going to happen, Joe?
Well, Mary, there is more substantial rainfall on the way for many parts of the UK over the next few days. Not good news, of course, for areas that are already saturated due to the last couple of weeks of heavy rainfall. In fact, the Met Office has issued a couple of warnings to cater to this. The south coast during the first part of tomorrow morning could see some heavy showers. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, we've seen some flooding across the Isle of Wight and southern counties of England through this morning. And with heavy rainfall expected into tomorrow, parts of Hampshire, Sussex and the Isle of Wight again could see some localised flooding. Further north, across eastern Scotland, another area severely affected by flooding last week due to Storm Babette is going to see further heavy showers over the next few days. So the yellow warning, our lowest warning for rainfall, in place from tomorrow until Saturday, just to cater to that. Rivers and fields very topped up and very full in that area, and it's just going to take a little bit more rainfall for those potentially just to run over and cause a few problems in terms of localised flooding on roads in those areas. Very unsettled conditions as we go through the rest of the week, thanks to low pressure. As we can see, it's not feeling particularly cold. Temperatures on the contour sequence are warm until Sunday, when there will be a dig of cold air from the north. And this has the real potential to turn showers increasingly to snow, particularly across Scotland, as we head through into next week. Here in West Yorkshire, I think fog will be the problem tonight. Here's the forecast for all of us now. So we have further rain at times over the next few days. Some of that really will be quite heavy, breezy conditions. It isn't going to feel particularly cold, but we could see some problems with mist and fog, and there's certainly the risk of localised flooding for parts of the UK as we go through the rest of this week. If you are worried about flooding in your area, you can always check out the Environment Agency website for the warnings where you live. Take care over the next few days. Plenty more unsettled weather ahead.
Okay.